Hello, how's it going? I'm back again with yet another video and a new plugin. Well, an update to a one that you may have or may not have. So tape machines are something I'm obsessed with. Many of you are. We love the sound of tape machines. It just does even things to the sound which make it naturally beautiful and compressed and gluey and saturated in the right spots. So we had the TM700 version 1 and version 2, and it did really well for us. People found it to be very authentic tape because Neural captured it. But I was not satisfied. Like I said, I don't leave these things alone, and I'm looking to expand. And so as we created our world of NCM, which is neural component models, from our previous world of NM2, which is neural modeling, we discovered that we could do a lot more things than just model the saturation. We could model dynamics separately. We could model other kind of behavior over time and machine learn it. So here we are, something that sounded good, but I wanted to expand the feature set. So firstly, this is absolutely free for anyone who owns TM700 version 1 or version 2. All you have to do is go to your download section and it's going to be there. Okay. And for anyone who owns TapeZoo or owns Relight Pro, this is at a special price right now at $29 for you to upgrade. Otherwise, it's an enterprise of $49, and this price will go away in 2 weeks. Anyway, let's talk about the machine. So what's different, what's new? As you can see in the beautiful interface here, that we now have an expanded visualizer on the main screen. Now we have a nice graphic 80 style visualizer and a small phase correlation meter on its right, which is good to see what's going on because tape can have phase stuff and we wanted to preserve that. So I'll tell you a bit about it. Now, we have the regular controls. As you can see here, we have drive, and we have two types of drives or two types of bias affecting the drive. So one is a softer kind of stuff and one is harder. So lesser saturation. If you want just that tape touch, as in like just recording to tape with not pushing it hard and stuff, you can use the drive and it'll always be soft. It'll always be nice. You'll get that nice tape compression and a little bit of saturation in the magical areas and the tape response. But if you really want to drive that tape hard, there is a hard switch and you really want to slam your drums and stuff like that, as how tape does it, right? So it is there. Now, we have this old and new tape thing. So basically, I also had some used tape, which I was playing around with, and I recorded drums. It's been recorded onto 100 times, I don't know. And then I recorded drums and other stuff. So it became more woolly and darker and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what, let's make a model of this also and give it to our users. So here it is as an old and new version of tape thing. And then we have a variable tape speed thing this time. So I realized that we have a starting result, end result, and a system can interpolate pretty much everything in between, going from the highest speed to the lower speed of 7.5. And sometimes people like stuff in between without affecting your pitch per se, but the entire sonics and the behavior. So we have that now, it's variable. So that's a cool feature. Then we have separate tape compression. Come on, guys, that's something that I've always wanted. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't want to hit the saturation so hard, but I want that tape compression or the tape dynamics separately. So I think we're pretty much one of the only plugins, or I don't know, might be others, but which can give you separate control of tape dynamics, like how the tape is dynamically affecting your signal, not just saturation. So now you have control over that separately, which is amazing because in today's time, you want that flexibility, right? You want certain things and pinches of flavors here and there. You don't have to succumb to the entire print of one thing, although that is good as well. So we have that choice for those who need it, right? And we've got that going here perfectly. Now, in this plugin, we also have an advanced section. So you see this advanced button down below? Just press that. And what do we see here? So now we see an additional screen on top, which has got various controls. So we've got three sections. On the left, we have the wear and tear section, where you can see the wow and flutter just combined. And I did that to make choices easier, but this is the musical stuff. So when you move this, you will already hear the sound of wow and flutter in a way that it's musical, not really lo-fi or completely destroying the sound. No, this is what adds that woolliness and stuff. So that's right out there. We have a hiss because sometimes adding a little bit of noise can thicken a track, like especially drum tracks enough. If you have an emptier mix or an emptier arrangement, this noise can actually make things sound more analog without it being too audible. So you can control that. And then we have dropout. So when you use dropouts, basically it gives it a little more, smoothing and rough edges here. And the graphics here kind of also depict what's really going on. Well, I thought these three effects were essential, so I put them there. So people who really want to lo-fi their stuff, they can do it. But you can go somewhere in between and create that woolly, nice, warm tape sound with these controls, in addition to the drive and to the compression and all that. So it's pretty cool. I love this particular part. Okay. Then we have a center section of our regular, in-out trims, mix, and some high-pass, low-pass filters, and also high-frequency, low-frequency boosts and cuts, which are musical now, more musical, and already fixed up for you. And then we also have a two-band equalizer right on the graph, as you see. So you can pull those points as to where you want. You can use the Option or Alt key to change the cue or your mouse scroll wheel regular and expected. So you can actually tune into mid frequencies, cut out stuff. If like, you were working on a snare or something or a kick drum or a vocal, you don't have to go to a separate EQ if it can be done in this plug. And then the third part, we have now a spatial section. So earlier I used to have like a 2-track mode and all, in which the image was a little skewed because maybe my machine was calibrated in a certain way and people felt that the image is shifting to one side specifically. And I wanted that to not happen. So I wanted to actually use the azimuth system and actually calculate what happens, between the different tape heads and creates kind of depth or what we call, cross feed into tracks. So that makes track sound mono. So you can either collapse your stereo image or expand authentic to tape. So some of it is going to have that phase thing, which is, I wanted to retain that because that's exactly how it happens on tape. So that's why we have a phase meter. You can see how much to push it to see where your phase is going. So there's a visual response right there. But authenticity is the key here with me. So when I'm making a tape machine, I want to be as authentic as possible to the original analog systems, yet we have to have that control that we need. We have an automatic oversampling system built in now. So the Ultra X has gone on all the new updates we're doing and all the new neural systems that we're doing because there's no point. We've got the CPU really, really, really low. I didn't talk about that. So the CPU is like down humongous amount. So because of that, if you are in any mode other than 96K, this thing will upsample to 96K or near it to give you as accurate a response from the model that is possible. Because these are not algorithm models, these are neural models and they work in a specific way, like I've explained a number of times. So that's about it. The more important thing is to hear how this sounds. So let's get straight to the demos and hear how this particular plugin sounds. And I hope you like it. And if you do, please leave your likes here and subscribe to our channel. Very important. If you have any comments or questions or any suggestions and stuff like that, it's always welcome. I love to listen. And like you've seen, I've been listening and I've been updating things. I don't leave things alone because I care about every plugin like a little child. And I have sleepless nights over, I could improve this and all. And I go back to it and actually do it. So here are the demos. Let's have a listen. And yeah, let's get your feedback. So I'll see you in another video. Here's TM700 version 3.